Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and look at what my sponsor Link2's doing. They're incorporating AI into their ads on their Link2 X account, which is pretty cool to watch. Watch this one.
Ripple is making waves with its new bank-grade custody solution, built right into the XRP ledger. Businesses can now tokenize and trade assets on a decentralized exchange, backed by top-tier security with AWS Cloud HSM. With compliance features ready for 2025, Ripple is redefining crypto security. Invest in Ripple on Link2, your access to investing in leading private companies.
There you go, and you can go to Link2, it's linqto.com, and they've got Ripple Private Equity on the platform. When after you watch this video, you'll be like, whoa, that's interesting. Then you can also download the Link2 app in the App Store or Google Play Store. It's all there. Check this out, Monica Long. Ripple Custody is the de facto tech for using the biggest banks, tech used by the biggest banks in the world. DBS, SocGen, Forge, BBVA. Now we're adding pre-configured operational and policy frameworks, additional HSM options, XRPL fungible token support, and compliance services via Elliptic, bringing this enterprise-grade product to crypto business. Then Brad Garlinghouse says, whether you're a big bank or a nimble fintech to offer crypto services to your customers, you need top-tier custody technology, and for that, Ripple Custody delivers. Now check this out. This is Thinking Crypto had Meta Lawman on, and Meta Lawman did an analysis of how he thinks the appeals are going to go and some other options. The first clip, I'm going to play you to 50 seconds here of what Riz put up, and then I got an additional 2 minutes something that I want you to see that I had posted.
We review the bidding, Tony. Remember, when that summary judgment decision came out, there were a lot of people that said, this is crazy. You know, Charlie Gasparino wrote that, scathing article saying this is crazy. This is a dangerous ruling. And he said, I have spoken to prominent people in the securities bar who all say this will be reversed. So the people that come from the TradFi tradition, including the lawyers, I think believe that there's a good chance that the case will be reversed. The determination that those trades on the secondary market were not securities, that will be reversed. I don't believe that. I believe that Judge Torres.
Okay, and now we're going to get into the clip I put up.
I don't believe that. I believe that Judge Torres will be affirmed on that, but it's not a sure thing by any stretch of the imagination. It's been my view from the beginning that Ripple's chances improve on appeal as you have judges that can focus on the big picture and look at what the Supreme Court has been signaling about agencies kind of getting too far over their skis in asserting jurisdiction in various places and really questioning agencies. And so my guess, and it's only a guess, and nobody in their right mind should make any financial decisions or trades based on some guy on TV guessing, is that she will be affirmed on that determination that we've been talking about.
And of course, if Congress is able to do their job and get regulations through, and let's say a new president comes in, let's say it's Trump, and his Fit 21 bill makes it out of the House, signed into law, that could play a factor in all of this being put to bed, right?
Could be a very big factor, very big factor. So the way the timeline works, my best guess is it ends up with a decision in the first quarter of 2026. And so that means we have the entire legislative year of 2025. And I think it is very possible that we'll either have legislation establishing that trades of crypto tokens on exchanges are not covered by the securities laws, or we have very different leadership at the SEC where this, regulation by enforcement tactic will be reined in significantly, which could result in, a favorable settlement or even dismissal, potentially, of the case, and other cases like it, exchange cases. And so I think that political dynamic is being...
Dismissal of the case. Go back to that.
The case will be reined in significantly, which could result in, a favorable settlement or even dismissal, potentially.
Case dismissal scenario. That is a thumbnail. Case dismissal scenario. Because to me, that's a big deal.
Of the case, and other cases like it, exchange cases. And so I think that political dynamic is being under considered in this whole thing. And everybody's saying, oh my gosh, gonna have to wait until 2026, and then, oh my gosh, on to the Supreme Court possibly. I really think there's a better than 50-50 chance that something's going to happen in Congress with legislation signed by by the president, or significant direction change and pivot at the SEC,
whoever the president is,
would change the entire dynamic of this case.
Okay, so let's move along. There's a lot. Then along those lines, Perry N. Boring tweeted this yesterday. Big news, Senator Haggerty has introduced a discussion draft of the Senate's version of the Clarity for Payment Stablecoins Act following the House version. This marks significant progress in advancing a federal stablecoin bill through Congress. The senator is now accepting public comments through November 1st. Don't miss your chance to weigh in. So the legislation is working its way through. And in the midst of all this, Chris Larson had to go and make me want to vomit today. Turns out, according to Eleanor Terrett, Ripple co-founder Chris Larson has made the first documented crypto donation to Kamala Harris. The only positive thing I can say, and it looks like he donated $1 million in XRP to one of the super PACs supporting her. To this, I can only say that I hope that Chris Larson, this is like a political hedge of some sort. Otherwise, it makes no sense. When you're already rich, I guess you can do things that don't make sense. Hi all, XRP closed 3 monthly candle above initial support in silence. The new 3-month candle, October, November, December is loading. There's no space anymore. We'll see an extraordinary breakout starting this month. I like the sound of that. Look at this. Bill Morgan, who's an attorney in Australia, I believe. I wondered why the Bitnominal XRP futures did not appear active after the big announcement in August. Now we know the SEC intervened and ascertain that if Bitnominal listed the XRP futures, it would violate. In other words, the SEC inserted itself to keep them from listing the XRP futures. SEC asserted to Bitnominal, according to them, that XRP is an investment contract, even though the court in SEC versus Ripple found that XRP itself is not an investment contract. And the SEC told the same that they would not challenge that finding. This is a low point even by SEC standards. Take a position in dealing with a party trying to list futures contract that is inconsistent with what you told the court in another matter about the underlying asset. Well, when you're a liar like Gary Gensler, that's no big deal for you. An address with a balance of 8.7 million Tether has been frozen. And there's news coming up on that too. Bullish Bank of America survey reveals 62% of millennials prefer crypto, as $84 trillion is set to transfer from older generations. And then Charles Schwab 9.57 trillion. Charles Schwab's survey shows almost half of its respondents plan to invest in Bitcoin and crypto ETFs. And then here you go, the race to launch and exchange let's call it the XRP ETF race. Seventh largest digital token. So we should be seeing more ETF companies come out. This is Joel Katz at the Permissionless Conference. I don't know where they're, see, where does it say it is? Somewhere in the US. It's going on right now. This is the XRP vending machine. Coinbase will delist all unauthorized stable coins from its crypto exchange in the European Economic Area by the year end. And then you got this. Check this out. Russia this is really heating up. Russia calls on its BRIC partners to create an alternative to the International Monetary Fund. Boom. A new IMF. I'm going to finish here. I was just going through some things, and I still have the same question we had when we were uncovering ETHgate. Same question now. Gary Gensler is suing everybody he can get his hands on. In the midst of Gary Gensler and Hester Pierce's SEC they're seemingly going after everyone in crypto. Why have they always left the Ethereum founders alone? Why did they not call the Ethereum ICO an illegal security offering? The world will know soon. XRP Unleashed is coming in November. ETHgate is real. Vitalik Buterin, this is from Vitalik Buterin, December 27th, 2015, right about the time that Wang Zhang bought 416,000 ETH and, in my opinion, took over complete control of Ethereum. Was that an illegal securities transaction? Why is Gary Gensler not interested in going after an illegal securities transaction to China, the CCP? And here's Vitalik Buterin telling you in no uncertain terms that they funded the development of Ethereum with the Ethereum Foundation.
Who's funding development for Ethereum?
Who's funding development? Well, right now up until now, it's been mostly the foundation. And the foundation, it's got its income basically by selling Ether.
Who's funding?
Okay, now in DAIXRP.com, I'm gonna show you something many of you may already know, especially if you're around when we were uncovering ETHgate. But the way the theory basically goes is that ultimately China and probably JP Morgan are behind Ethereum. And then what makes it ETHgate is when the SEC not only gives them a free pass and the Hinman speech and all that, but then goes out of their way to try to stop Ripple. That's where the problem came in. Now, if you take this story to another level, and I'm not saying that's what happened, but there are many that think that Vitalik Buterin and maybe somebody was behind him went over and spent some time at Ripple, and it was some type of corporate espionage to steal smart contract technology or to find out what he could find out. I'm not saying that's what he did, but in DAIXRP.com, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to show you the evidence, and then you can decide for yourself. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Here we go.